It is enough, Now I got it, so next time,
All right, let's get it. I'm about to mute your mic real quick.
All right, bet.
Indeed. Fruit up, fruit up, fruit up, fruit up, fruit up, fruit up, fruit up. What up? What up? What up? Hey, had a little. We just getting it together for y'all. You feel me? That's all. That's all. I appreciate everybody for joining. Fruit up with Bobby Smith YouTube. Y'all should be on the YouTube right now. That's where you can cast it from your TV. Get comfortable. You feel me? Get your juice ready. Get your fruits ready. Hope you got your herbal teas ready. You feel me? We got the yellow, 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 yellow vibe going on tonight, family. It's crazy. You feel me? The color of love, and it's all about love. When we, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I love this community. You feel me? Like, we bring in something new, we bring in the energy, and the energy right tonight. The energy right tonight. So I'm gonna bring my family on right away, man. I'm ready to get this popping and get it popping. Let's get it. Pause Lord tonight, family. What's going on? What's going on? Hey, Paul, unmute your mic. There you
Yes,
go.
love, peace and love is going on. Love is always going on, and it's the only thing going on right now. You feel me?
Indeed.
Love invited me, and I accepted the
Fact,
invite with love. And
fact, fact.
we're gonna enjoy this conversation.
Man, I appreciate you for coming on, family. It's been a crazy, crazy time in the community. Everybody know Paul's law, man. Everybody knows Paul's law. Love always win. That's been the message. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that vibrate real high, family. That's something that vibrate real high. If you want to give a chance just to, give a little bit of background about yourself, tell a little story about yourself, introduce yourself to the people who may not know you out there, and get the vibe right.
And for the people who may not know me, you already know me. If you know love, then you know me. Like, it's point blank and simple. If you know love, then you know me. And another, for you to know love, you got to know yourself and love yourself. And if you know yourself and love yourself, and you had found love within you, that means you know me, and the way you love you is the way you're gonna love me. But quick story to run it down. It's not too complicated. I was, like I always tell everybody, I'm from the cosmos, like we all are, made of dark matter, 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. I reincarnated in a third world country called Haiti, in the south side of Haiti, a city named Jeremy, aka the city of poets. And I came to America as a kid, so I'm your regular foreign kid that was raised smack dab in the hood, got accustomed to, the whole lifestyle, going to the corner store, getting a beef patty with cheese and cocoa bread and watching everybody, doing their thing and smoking and drinking, and then, trying it out, smoking Black and Mounds and cigarettes and weed and drinking at an early age, getting off the porch, early as a teenager to get into the street lifestyle. So like when people see me, they're like, "Yo, tattoos and this. If you're supposed to be healthy and doing this and that, why you look like that?" That's because I'm on my journey, just like everyone else is on their journey that led up, to currently where I am right now. But as far as like what everyone currently sees Paul as, or know Paul as far as like the healing, which is what my music represents, which is what my image and the way that I eat, the way that I speak to people, like my whole lifestyle represent. I would say most people, when they ask you like, "Yo, how long have you been on this journey?" they pick a time where they feel like, it's something, whether it's something traumatic or whether it's an accident, or whether it's a near-death experience that happened within their life that put them on this journey that they're in right now. But I like to say I've been on this journey my whole life.
Mm.
It's just, a fork in the road that happened that made you realize that, who you really truly are, and the reason why the people that you was born into and the friends that you made in the community that you was raised up in, why you was raised in that, to put you in the state that you currently in right now. And the state that I'm currently in right now, I would say that fork in the road happened about 9 years or so ago, when I had like a real wild, like, spiritual awakening. Like, like I
Mm.
always tell people, if it was up to me, I would have still been at the corner store getting a beef patty with cheese and cocoa bread. Let me get a black and mild, a Lucy, and then a Dutch, and got something to roll up. Go to the liquor store, get a bottle of teleport, and chilling with somebody, and like, still, what I mean, if it was up
Facts.
to me. But I literally, like, I didn't go through any like crazy story where I was sick or I was fat or trying to lose weight, or I saw a video that sparking my interest and wanted me to change my life. I literally got smacked into this. Like, I had a wild spiritual awakening, to the point like the movie Get Out, where literally I was like on a couch, like I was in a sunken place. I remember I was with my kid's mother, who was on a couch watching TV, and I just got up like this, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing here? Like, literally just like this. And literally, I remember from after that day, I went through a wild spiritual awakening from like my friends and family, everything that I knew, the world, my whole world blew up. Like, how people nowadays in the spiritual community saying, tap in and connect with your higher self and stuff like that. I've had those experiences where I literally spoke to myself, you know, and told myself how I'm supposed to be living and eating in certain ways, and I had experiences where I felt people energetically stole energy from me, and I had experiences where I did the same, which I didn't know knowingly how I did it, where I energetically stole energy from people. When I say energy, I mean I felt it like zzz, like, what the fuck was that? Like,
Mm.
and I experiences where I had, felt like super strength, to the point where I could pick you up and throw you across the room. And to me, when a lot of people are speaking of the Kundalini energy that is awakened within you, that is, or your third eye being open so you can be able to see those things. While I was going through all these crazy stuff, I didn't know why all this stuff was happening to me. Like, I don't, when it was happening, I don't went to jail. I almost landed in the crazy house, and I went through a bunch of wild experiences, because my whole world blew up, because my friends and my family, everything the way that I used to view them, I literally out of nowhere wasn't viewing them like that. I got to see a whole different aspect of life. And when I got out of that space, I decided, to go do some research. Like, what was that, that happened?
Mhm.
And when, and the research that I've done, I come up, with my own conclusion. It was like most people have an accident and they say, oh, I saw God, or I saw the light, or somebody say I have a spiritual awakening. Like, for me, I would say it was a near death experience, but not like in an accident, but kind of like a spiritual death experience,
Mm.
because that energy that is within all of us is there to protect us, and when
Mm.
you're going through, whether it's a physical death experience or a spiritual death experience, like, another, for you to stay here, that energy will awaken just to guide you and protect you and keep you alive. And if you are not operating in a clean state, meaning if your body is not clean enough for that energy to operate in its pure form, it can drive you crazy,
Mm.
which is what
Mm.
really occurs with me, which is why I've happened to grow and have a lot of empathy for a lot of people that I see are homeless on the street and operating a certain way. It's not that they're crazy, it's due to the fact that we live in an environment that is polluting our bodies, which affect us spiritually. So now, if you go through a spiritual awakening while your body is operating in that state, your body is not gonna be able to handle that energy, and you're not gonna be able to process everything correctly the way you're supposed to. So it's gonna seem like you're crazy, and you in a system that has a lot of people that know what it is, but they rather capitalize off of it and call you crazy and put you in a straitjacket and put drugs and everything all up inside of you to keep you docile, because they know exactly what's going on. Like,
Facts.
so I feel like that's what led me to this journey of saying, like, yo, I don't want to I'm not eating this type of thing. And when I wasn't eating those type of things, that energy, my body and everything started getting used to it. And then, due to relationships that I was in and stuff like that, or friends that I had around at that time, I relapsed, went back to smoking and drinking and eating flesh. I had the experience of like, yo, you're not supposed to eat like that, and certain things will occur in your life, and certain patterns, you will end up in certain situations that you don't want to be in, because you don't want to honor what is currently going on with you energetically, and food plays a major part in it. Like that's what, like, to really put it in a small, few minute story of what really happened. Like literally my whole world blew up. Like, and at first I didn't want to accept it. I wanted to smoke my weed and chill, and nah, bro, I didn't want to be out here drinking teas and learning about herbs and all that,
Fact. Share this live, share this live. Hey, boy, man, look, I asked you to give a little bit about yourself. And now you didn't. I don't even know what else to ask you.
Well, now you can ask whatever. That was just a little bit.
I'm like, he going in, man. That's
Nah,
fire, man.
that was just a little bit. If I was to
Indeed.
tell that whole story, it would be a movie like Titanic that's like 4 hours long. Like,
And everything. That's love, man. But you know what though? That's dope because I had some similar experiences though. And it'd be crazy, like everybody I meet in the community, they be having like this big awakening or this moment or something where they just got up and just start changing. And
yeah.
I remember when you talk about like somebody like the homeless or somebody like who you think might be crazy, that's where I learned. That's where I first tapped in. I was at my dude house. We was kicking and drinking and shit. And it was just crazy. It was just like I'm like, this is crazy nigga in the corner. And he over there just spitting knowledge. And I just tapped into him and started listening. And he looked at me and he knew when I tapped in because he started spitting it harder, going harder on the knowledge. And that was in 2011. And that was in 2010. Ever since that year, I started going on this journey. Going on this journey.
Yeah, man, that's dope, man. Like the people that we think are crazy are literally here, playing their part also, even though they might not be conscious of it. Because you might be walking down the street next to a person that you think is crazy and homeless, and they might say something, and that thing literally resonate with your heart and soul, like you were supposed to be there at that moment to hear that, to spark something in you, and for you to go along a certain journey, or to make a decision that you wanted to make but you was confused about it, which has happened to me, along this journey. Like, or even like recently, like a year and a half ago, I remember I was working at the job that I just quit like 2 months and a half ago. I'm literally making a delivery because I was delivering juices and stuff. I'm walking by the corner, crazy lady on the corner that everybody think is crazy, but me, I don't view them like that. And I literally walked by, and she was like, "Hey, doctor." I was like, "Huh?" Like, I didn't say anything to her like, "Huh," but in my head, you feel me? She was like, "You look good." She was like, "You look good. You're doing the right thing." And that's a person that literally supposed to be on a corner where the average person would be like, "Yo, bro, you out of your mind." And that was literally around the time when I first went on TikTok and started sharing my journey on what I eat and stuff like that, when people started asking me questions. And I was just answering them just to answer them, not because I wanted to be labeled as somebody that helped people and stuff like that. But and I was kind of like, confused about what I should be doing, because I really love, creating and doing my music and my merch and all that other stuff. I didn't want this to be my main focus. But as I kept doubting myself, I just kept getting clues along the way, whether it was from people like that or out of nowhere, like, yo, I'm like, yo, why did she just call me so and so and tell me like, yo, I'm on the right path, like literally out of nowhere.
Facts. And being on the frequency you on, see, you when you tap in, you don't dismiss shit like that.
Of course, for sure.
You don't dismiss it. You be like you asking yourself that question, like, why she do that? That make it that take you further on your journey. So let me ask you this. So you from Jersey, right? Like you live in Jersey right now.
I live in Jersey. I've been in Jersey since I came from Haiti, since the 90s. Like, I had the only time I moved away from Jersey, I was in Connecticut for like a year and a half, which is like not too far from Jersey. And then recently, like a year and a half ago, I was in Cincinnati for like 6 months. And now
Oh,
I'm
so
back in
you
Jersey, but like I always say, not for long, because this copper melanated being need to be somewhere warm and thriving and all that.
facts, man. I'm on that same energy. Like, so you was in my neck of the woods. I'm in Toledo, Ohio. So
Okay, yeah,
Cincinnati,
for
you
sure,
know
for
what
sure.
I'm
I've been
saying?
there a couple times, but yeah, I was in your neck of the woods. Like literally
Yeah.
everything you hear, like the whole album that I saw you playing recent, that was recorded in Ohio.
Oh, that's dope. That's
Yeah.
dope. And we definitely go get to that album. But
Mhm.
let me talk to you. So in Jersey, like what's the scene like? Like, you know how we starting to change. Like,
Mhm.
like if you look at the community, you starting to see a lot more melanated, a lot more brothers into this. Like,
Mhm.
what's the scene around you? Like, is people starting to get the message that you delivering, or is it still like non-existent?
Honestly, as far as the scene, there's a little scene, but the scene is getting bigger and bigger due to certain individuals, sort of like myself. But
Mm-hmm.
me, like I would say like almost 2 years ago, like as far as music, like my artist name, which is, Crazy Real, when a lot of people ask me what does that mean, like you're kind of like, this tattoo, the yin and the yang, you got your
Mm-hmm.
crazy and you got your real. And when you accept both aspects of yourself, that's when you become whole and you become one. So that's what that means to me, even before I was, speaking like this, like I chose that name. So a lot of people in my community like know me as that, or the person I was streetwise in the community, or whatever other, label that
Mm-hmm.
I've had before this. So about almost 2 years ago, like I had an Instagram page, which I was sharing stuff like this, but it didn't wholeheartedly show who I've grown into over the years. Like my music then fully reflected. I could have been posting like this, but then again, you might have seen me post something else that totally doesn't coincide with what I just posted, previously.
Mm-hmm.
So everything was Crazy Real World, Crazy Real World, Instagram, Crazy Real World, Facebook, so on and so forth. And then literally out of the blue, like a Instagram page and a Facebook. I had a Facebook page that had like 130,000 followers. I posted a video, shut down. They shut down a whole page. I posted a video on Instagram. They shut down a whole page. And I was like, and I was already in the state of thinking, nothing happens to me. It's happening for me. So I didn't look at it like, something negative or damn, they literally just shut this page that I done grew for my music or this and that at this rate. I look at it like, as a sign, as the universe was pushing me into something that I been holding myself from really showing. So instead of restarting pages for Crazy Real and this and that, I decided to go, with my real name, with Paul, and like as far as like love always win, LAW, that's the law. I've been saying that like for a very long time, but I never made
Mm-hmm.
it a thing. And I remember I had a security job where one of my coworkers, like he used to watch, I used to do comedy skits, a bunch of them that went viral that people, if they pop resurface, people would be like, yo, Dad, that's you. I remember you did that wild stuff. Like, yeah. But like for some reason he used to be, most people was following me for music and comedy skits, but some people, certain people was following me for what I currently am right now. It's kind of like they foresaw me before I saw it myself. So he used to come in the office and call me Paul's Law. You feel me? I didn't pay nothing of it because I know it came, from LAW, love always win, like I used to say after everything. And
Right.
as I just, something just told me, restart everything and just do it. Something just say me, choose Paul's Law as the name, like he said. So I decided, like a year and a half ago when I started on TikTok, okay, Paul's Law. And that's like, so with that being said, people in New Jersey was used to Crazy Real. So when I started under Paul, there wasn't nobody in New Jersey that was following Paul. So when everything started, spiraling on TikTok, and then, as navigating to Instagram and Facebook, like the people that I grew up with that knew me or gave me an identity or what they thought in their head that I was, none of those people was following me. It's kind of like I literally killed a part of myself, and social media, was part of the death. So now it's currently right now, people are like, that's, yeah. So it's now
Mm.
it's people that I grew up with, like, yo, bro, message me. I'm dealing with this and that, and I see I'm dealing, and now
Yeah.
like New Jersey is starting to be like, yo,
Mm.
I'm people from New Jersey are starting to notice and starting to reach out. But before it wasn't a thing. But as far as like the plant-based community, it's not too big. I can literally name because New Jersey is a very small state. Like you could go
Facts.
from New York and to Pennsylvania in 2 hours, and you have to go through New Jersey. That's how
Mm,
small New
mm.
Jersey is. But like I can name about what one alkaline vegan spot that damn near everybody in the community know, like the Blueberry Cafe and a couple three other vegan spots. Is not that much, but the thing is, like I'm in North Jersey, so I'm literally like a half an hour from New York City and Brooklyn and Manhattan and all that. That community is pretty big because like New Jersey is basically like if you ask me, it's New York because there's a lot of things about New Jersey that about New York that people think is New York, but it's really in New Jersey. The
Mm.
Statue of Liberty is really in New Jersey. The Giants and the Jets really play, in New,
Right.
in
Right.
New Jersey. A lot of things that when people think of New York, no, it's here. So
Mm.
basically, we just like
Facts.
New York stepchild.
Mm-hmm. Facts, facts. I only been to New York twice though. I ain't, and I rode through Jersey, and I think people got a misconception of things. But you make it look easy in Jersey. Like the way you live, you would think like raw foods and fruits and shit everywhere.
But
You know what I'm
it's funny
saying?
that you said that because I literally went food shopping and I ran into somebody like you so and so. I'm like, you in New Jersey? I could have sworn you was outside the country. I'm like, yeah, I'm in the same town. I'm like, where you live at? She like, I live right here. I'm like, see, I live in this town too.
Mm,
Everything that I get, they literally right next to you. I'm like, yo, and I was in ShopRite, like the same ShopRite that I made a video in recently. I'm like, yo, look outside. You see right here that building? There's an Asian restaurant that got seeded grapes in there. And if you go right up the street, there's an Indian farmers market that have this, that have that, all those stuff that you see me eating. It's just the fact that people are so used, to going living in such a way that their programming stops them from looking outside of what their daily routine. Everything you need is right next to you, but you have to break out the programming that you done set up for yourself, another for you to notice it. Like we
fact,
have all, like I'm literally in the concrete jungle, like New York City and New Jersey, like the asphalt. But I literally find ways and look for things. There's people
fact.
out there like that slide in my DM like, yo, I'm in Houston. Where can I find this and that? I'm like, bro, I've been to Houston once. That goes to show you that people literally don't want to go on Google and like, yo, where's soursop near me or tamarind or
Yeah, yeah.
or herbal store near me. People don't want to do that, but we have
Mm-hmm.
in the US, like it's literally called the United States, a bunch of different people from around the world coming together and living on this one space. So we literally have access to a lot of stuff that people in the other countries do not have access to.
Facts, facts. And I live in Ohio, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we not known for having fruits. Like you
Exactly.
said, people be hitting
That's
me up from Florida, like, hey, what you got? I'm like, you in fucking Florida.
exactly.
Like,
You in the Sunshine State. Like I should.
like,
Yeah.
like it should be fruit. Like you would think it's fruit everywhere, but people be like, man, fruit's expensive down here, fruit this and that. But I'm learning that too though. Like because I got a misconception of what fruit is everywhere else.
Hmm.
So I be learning like it kind of is a little more difficult than I thought, but still people still making a lot of fucking excuses.
But
A
now,
lot
of
of
course, it's a lot of excuses, and a lot of times, like I'm not gonna say it's excuses like 100%. It's also fear, like goes goes into it, like the programming goes into it, like laziness goes into it, like so much goes into it. And also people are scared, like even though it's good for them to jump into it or to learn about it, but people are scared to come out of their comfort zone. Like that's what they've
Mhm.
known like their whole life. You know, it's kind of like me. I used to get up, go to the corner store and get a Dutch and get this and get that. If you do that for 3 years straight, that becomes a reflex where you don't even have to think about doing anything. You just get up like a robot and you lick up blunt, you know, like that's your life. You feel
Right.
me? And now
Right.
somebody come out of nowhere like, nah, bro, don't do it like that. You look, man, if you don't go ahead, bro, like
Right.
you messing with me now. You're not even talking about the weed no more. You're not even talking about the liquor or the bad food no more. I feel like you attacking me when it's really about the substance that is harming you. People think you're talking about them. No, it's not you. It's the weed. It's the drug. It's the food. But a lot of people, their whole identity, their whole being becomes those substances that they attach themselves to. So when you bring up anything or, you know, you're like, nah, bro, I feel offended because that's what I am. I'm a smoker. You know,
Facts.
I'm a drinker, you know, like
Yeah.
I'm a
Yeah.
meat lover, like.
I go through it all day, man, because you know, like a lot of people think I'm vulgar. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just myself, really, but the message got to be heard regardless how you hear it. You feel me? Like that, you got to see what the results are from what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? People miss the message by hearing how it's delivered. But your message is love always win. I love that, family. Like when I'm gonna be honest with you, like I remember I copped on one of your lives and you had shouted me out. And you was like, people trying to, you know, put us together. Because remember, I had made the little TikTok
Well, nah,
video about.
I remember that too.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
remember
yeah.
that when you had it was people actually tagging me under your post. You was making a video like I think I forgot his name. Me and him are tapped in on Facebook now too. Like yo, me and brother so and so are the only two that's living like
Kev
this,
Ramon.
eating
Yeah.
only fruits, high vibrational. And somebody was on the live like, what about Paul's Law? And he
Yeah,
was like,
yeah.
Paul's Law ain't eating like this. He be drinking oil and shit.
Yeah, yeah. So
And
they
you know the crazy thing is, like, love is really my thing. Like,
Mm.
love is really my thing to the point where I'm able to be in your shoes and see how you move and how you feel. Like you're supposed to feel like that. Like, yo,
Right.
bruh, I literally just went 100 and something days on only fruits. I'm like, the electricity is through the roof. Like, I'm supposed to express the way I feel. Ain't nobody walking and talking like this. And me expressing how I feel and walking and talking like this shouldn't make you feel like you're any less than me. Like, you
Right.
feel me? Like,
Right.
I don't have to dumb myself down or not express how I'm feeling and hold it in. Because if I was struggling or if I was in the dumps and I was feeling bad, like, you feel me, and I come on here and start crying, you wouldn't have no issue with it. But now I'm feeling good and I'm glowing and I'm saying ain't nobody doing it like me. You telling me to relax. Nah, don't
Right.
tell me to relax.
Facts.
You ain't tell me not to cry when I was crying.
Facts. Facts.
You ain't tell me not to be down bad when I was down bad. So me, I understand that. I actually found the humor in it where you was coming from. That's why when you hopped on the live, I was like, yo, big up to the homie Fruit Up and all that, because I get it. Like, you know, most people that go through something and see somebody go through something and conquer it, like, you feel me? If you really operating from that love space, you honor it and be like, yeah, I feel you. Like, I know where you coming from. Like,
Indeed. And you know what? That I'm gonna tell you, family, when I hopped on your live, it raised my vibration, man. I was like, damn, the family really all about love. You know what I'm saying? Like when that was one of the moments where people trying to, you know what I'm saying, separate you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Based off just what I'm saying. And I ain't even coming like it ain't even, you know, I always say it's love itself. When I'm like, when you try to separate and the family show love in the midst of that, I'm like, man, that's much love. And every since that day, family, I'm gonna tell you this. That's when I start collabing with other people.
Yeah. Nah, that people are currently being raised, you know, in that duality mind state. Like I was saying about the Kundalini energy, all aspects of them haven't came together yet. So, you know, so not only they feel like they're battling the system, you know, the government, the police, or to the point where you can literally be living next to somebody and your neighbor was there for 10 years. You don't know their name or anything about them. So it's
Yeah.
literally you got a whole stranger and that you don't know next door to you. So people feel like, they're literally at war with the whole world. Not only that, you at war with yourself. You have something inside of you that's not a whole and complete. You're not happy with the moves that you're making and all the stuff that you do. So now it literally brings people joy to see someone else, that kind of reminds them how they're feeling, like, damn, I'm not alone. Like, they're able to fight and go to war and going through some shit within them too. And on the other spectrum, when they notice someone that's not feeling like that, like, damn, I can't believe I just told them F him and he still showed me love. And like that kind of like, like eat people away a little bit, or either if it's not eating them away, it makes them opened up and start to look like, damn, like,
Facts.
or flick
Facts.
another switch inside of them to make them do the work, to be like, yo, I need to get where he at. Because if somebody said that to me, I would have blew up. Like, that would have messed up my whole day. Like,
Facts. And that's dope. That's why I love this community. That's why the collaborations has changed the game for me. You know what I mean? Like when I see and it's like when I look at my timeline, saying like that's all I see is fruit eating, people trying to get healthy. Then now you got your group out here. I see you doing the thing with the 90-day fruit fast. Then you do the 90 days of juicing too, right
now,
before
the
that?
juice, this is 120 days fruit,
120.
and the 90 days juice was before this one.
Yeah. So that's high level shit, man.
Yeah.
Like talk about.
Hold on a second.
Go ahead.
Speak. You see how you were saying, you feel me? How when you came on a live and that, inspired you to operate a certain way, like the 90 days juice fast, you kind of inspired that, in a way also. Cause me literally seeing, how you pushing how the fruit and everything and eating mono and all that, like it was something that I wanted to do, but I'm one person that consider myself to be a sponge and a teach and a learner, from everybody. Like that was literally one of my main sources of inspiration to be like, yo, bro, I've done a 60 days juice fast before, but this 90 days is about to be something different. And you was like one of my main sources of fuel, like, yo, bro, we about to knock this thing out the park. Ain't no way Bobby over here going on 4 or 5 months with this fruit. And we can't do 90 inches juice, bro.
Facts, man. That's love too. Cause that's crazy you said that, because I went to see Yaki in Philly. And when I went to see him, he was like, man, you got me inspired to go back on this fruits and shit, man. You're like, I can't let you just do that. So that's the type of energy that's dope about this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we ain't never had nothing like this. During the summer, I seen more watermelon eaten by black folks, man, than I ever seen in my life.
And not only that, you see more black people, not even black people, all type of shades of colored people actually finding the seeded watermelons. Because a year before, it was just a bunch of complainers. I can't find this, I can't find that. And now last summer, people are just popping up out of nowhere like I got. And the crazy thing is, it's January right now. Like the group you're talking about, the tribe called Us Plant-Based Family, there's people that's advertising. I got seeded watermelon right now in the middle of January.
Crazy.
All things to fruit up, man. Like, a lot of people, when they think about rewards and stuff like that, they look at, physical things and stuff like that, which are ways, our God or universe or whatever you label you want to put in whatever source you believe in rewards us also, man. But sometimes, the rewards come in different ways. It could be in a glow up. It could be in an opportunity that you get later on down the line that you never know you was about to get. But for sure, man, like if anybody don't tell you, or if you don't hear it, on a daily, like, because we've been raised in a society that we, in our minds, even though you done had your spiritual awakening, or even though you're operating from love, a lot of times, like, we still part of this worldly game. We still part of this matrix. There's no way you're gonna escape it. We're living in it. We're just the ones, putting in the work to make a change in a matrix, and like what you are currently doing is literally sparking, a fuel and a lot of people. And I witness it, like, firsthand from from your TikTok, going from this to that. And the
Yeah.
people that I see hashtags fruit up everywhere. Like, so if
Facts.
nobody don't tell you, man, like the service alone, like, it is the reward, and tell you the impact that you're having from literally seeing, people changing their lives. Like,
Man,
it's
that's
like there's no, like, I remember Nipsey Hussle said, the highest act is, is inspiring somebody, like, and like your act is so high to the point where it's not even like inspiration anymore. It's to the point like where it's like instant, where people literally tap in and see your story, like videos of you posting how big you was and how you was living, to the point where somebody see that and literally a switch or something flick inside of them, and it changed their whole life in that one day. That's bigger than inspiration. Like, you feel me?
Man, that's love, family. That's love, man. I mean a whole lot too. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the respect level is, I can't even rate it. It's immeasurable. You feel me? Like, and that's what come with the work when we do it for ourselves, man. It always leads to doing for others. Let's talk about the 90-day fast, the fast that you've been going on. What's the experiences you've had from doing those type of fasts?
I would like these fasts to me, like this, actually, this fast, this 120 days fast, is the first fast ever since I've been fasting, even before I was sharing my journey, that I didn't have any withdrawal symptoms.
Mm.
You know how when you first fasting, like I always tell people, like, we literally live, in a big like drug filled community, which this country is. Like, when you start fasting, you start going through withdrawal symptoms. A lot of people throw up. I done had people that messaged me and told me they fainted, or you sweat, or you itchiness, and you experience all the symptoms that fiends and dope fiends go through when they go to the rehab and stuff like that. This fast is one of the first fasts where I didn't experience like not anything, no craving, no nothing. But like, as far as like the previous fast before this, like the 90 days juice fast, like, or the 180 days high water content fruits and veggies fast before that, which is what really started the journey of me, sharing, and like, because I was fasting before that, but that was the first. I shared the 40 days water fast like back when the name was Crazy Real, but it wasn't really like something that I like to documented like currently what I am doing now. Like,
Right.
that 90 days juice fast was strictly, it wasn't for me. I just know that I've done a 60-day juice fast before, so I have the will and the strength to be able to do 90. But the main goal of it was to inspire people, like, yo, if I don't have cancer, I don't have lupus, I don't have herpes, I don't have any of these diseases that they tell you is incurable, which can be cured via what you consume or via fasting, which is the only cure for all those
Hmm.
things. Like, if you have those things and you feeling weak, or you questioning yourself and you're unable to do it, somebody that don't have any of those things, that's willing to put his body on the line, should be enough inspiration for you to be like, damn, he don't got it and he doing it, I got it, why not do it? That was like,
Fact.
one of my main reasons for during that 90 days juice fast, and also this 120 days fruit fast, is to literally like, yo, bro, it ain't gonna harm me. It ain't gonna kill me. It's literally my natural food and what I'm supposed to eat. Why not do it and inspire somebody that feel like, they're weak or don't have the willpower enough to do it? And and
Hmm.
I'll wake up every day and I'll post about it. I'll speak about it. You'll see me doing it. I'll strip down to my drawers and show you how I look, how my skin got a little loose, how I lost a whole lot of muscles. And I'll show you a picture from 2021 where I look like a horse. You feel me? Like, so you
Facts
could
though.
see, like, you feel me? Like, and now,
Hmm.
like, you done seen the whole journey, like, yo, from look like this, from how fasting, because you can tell somebody, like, yo, you can literally fast, get all this stuff out your system and heal yourself, and also build your body back up naturally so you can bulk up and be thick and all of that. It's real nice. It's cute to say it, but it's another thing for you to say it and be like, okay, I'm gonna show you. You
Facts.
saw how I look in
Facts.
2021. You see
Mm-hmm.
how I look now. Now I'm gonna show you how I look in 2025
Mm.
of
Mm.
just fruits and herbs. Like,
Yeah, you killed it too with them. And I forgot you started the 180 days like last April, didn't
yeah,
you?
that was like, yeah, that was like
Yeah.
180 days high water content fruits, and that was like for me, I wanted to do that, and that's also one of the reasons that inspired the 90 days juice fast, because I noticed, how a lot of people gravitated towards it, because I didn't expect so many people to do the 180 days, you know,
Mm-hmm.
uh, cleanse, which I broke down, into quarters and stuff like that, which is how the group on Facebook started. A lot of people started joining the group. I'm like, yo, I create a group because a lot of people want to do certain things, but most people, don't have the willpower to do stuff by themselves. They're so used to their family being around or so used to having a clique. Because honestly, if you really look at it, most of us that started drinking and smoking, you didn't just walk into the liquor store by yourself or wrote your first blunt by yourself. Most of us that did those things, we did it with somebody else. So the
Facts.
corruption started with other people. So why not let the healing, start with other people? So that was one of the main reasons for me creating a group like, yo, let's have a space where all of us can tap in and share what we eat and where we shop at and products and all other stuff, that we use. And also,
Mm.
it's a group of love, like, because I've been in a space before where when I began this journey, I was in certain groups, on Facebook and stuff like that, where the administrators, the people who started the group, they wanted to look like, God, Jesus, this is my group. This is my rules. When you sign up for the group, you got to sign up for this and sign up for
Yeah.
that. You
Yeah.
can't share your product. You can't shoot. You can't share nothing. There's a lot of things that I didn't like. And I'm like, yo, since I'm becoming somebody of inspiration that people look up to, I'm like, yo, all the stuff that I didn't like, I'm not going to get in position and start doing the stuff that I didn't like. Yes, there's a group. We have a product, share it. I'm just the one that started it, but this is just your group as it is my group. Like, you
Mm.
feel me? Like,
Mm.
and it's totally open. This is your space. You got a product that you just created. You doing this fast. Like, if anybody else in your group want to do your fast instead of what I'm currently doing, it's all love. It's all health. We all part of
Mm.
the same thing, and that's what it's really based on. And that's the same thing that I preach when I go live. This ain't my live. If you want to join in, I'll give you the whole full screen and become the little square on the side. As long as you got something that's beneficial, that's going to inspire the people and push us, to be what we need to be mentally, physically, and emotionally. That's where, it's really at. I'm really at with it.
Facts. Facts. Love always win, family. Share this
It's
live,
the
man.
law. LAW, man.
Always. Let's talk about what you consider yourself raw vegan?
I consider myself label free. I
Mm.
believe, we come from a system that use labels to divide us,
Mm.
and keep us separated, whether it's light skin or black or Christian or Muslim or whatever the case may be. That's why I tell people I'm label free. I don't even like the word vegan because I know how it originally started. It didn't have anything to do with food. It had something to do with bestiality. Some people that like animals so much, they wanted to protect them, you know
Mm.
so they would rather eat this way to protect the animals. It didn't have nothing to do with health or how we naturally are and wanted to eat. That's
Mm.
one. And also, as far as like, plant-based, I feel like when people say it's plant-based, I feel like they categorize it, and the people that are not currently plant-based and eating a carnivorous lifestyle, they feel like that's something they're not a part of, or if they stop eating like that, they're gonna live their tribe and come to this one. I feel like it's not supposed to be like that, because if you ask me, we're all plant-based because that's our natural way of eating. So if
Facts.
you remove the labels from it, that will allow the people that consider this like a clique or a gang and stuff like that to be like, maybe no, it's not that bad for me to come in, or I don't feel like I'm leaving a part of myself, or a way of dressing, or a way of talking, or a way of looking. Because when we start talking about like the conscious community or the health community, there's a lot of stigmas and a lot of stuff that attach to it. It has this image where a lot of people, start thinking about a dashiki or crystal or whatever the case may be. A lot of people, like, the reason why they haven't made the switch is because they feel like, if they do, their whole life is gonna crumble. Like, god damn, am I gonna end up wearing a dashiki?
That's a fact, man.
I mean, am I gonna have to walk around with a Sabi robe? Like,
hey, man, that's so true. Because I do like consultations with people, and I'll be like, man, because I'm an advocate of fruit eating. Like, that's all. Like, people think, like I say, you gotta eat all fruits. You gotta no. I'm an advocate of eating more fruits.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's all it's about. So when I tell my clients, like, you got to do this, you got to do this to start eating more fruits, they be like, oh, Bobby, I don't want to be by myself, or I don't want to, because they think it's like this different type of world you live in.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that, man. That's why I try to come on camera and be on pictures or whatever, and just be my regular self doing this, eating fruit. To try to show people you can be yourself and live like this.
Not exactly, you can be yourself, and also you can be yourself. Like, there's a lot of people that think they're being themselves, which they are, but just in a toxic way. But you can still be that person, but in a healthy way. That's kind of like the shirt I have on: pro love, love gang, love is my religion. It's a dope shirt. It's just the message is different. Instead of a t-shirt, that's it, like a Ed Hardy or something that say F love, or the message or the symbols is representing something that'll keep you in a low vibrational state. Like, we currently operate in a way where the stuff that we consider demonic or evil or negative or whatever label you want to give, to the dark side of things, like, they operate in such a way where they make the darkness and all the stuff seem cool and make it look good. They use the best of the best fabric, the best commercials, and put it in a bright light where toxicity is lit. And us, like, we feel like we just gonna come out of nowhere and be like, oh yeah, fruit is cool, and that's it. Nah, bruh. Like, you don't see what you dealing with over there. They got this thing looking all glittery and perky and all that stuff. You got to make this stuff look cool and look appealing and all this stuff too. That's why I'm like, yo, bro, okay, I make music. I have music in the past that was speaking about the same bullshit they talking about. Why not make something that represent who you've grown into and become? Okay, you making clothes. Why not make something, that's dope that anybody can wear, like, that don't make you feel like, you leaving a major part of yourself. If you gonna do something, why not make it cool? Because they make killing yourself seem cool. Why not make loving yourself seem cool? And the way, how do they do it? With visuals, with feelings, with sounds, with colors, and with clothing. So if we going, if you want people to do all the stuff, you gotta do it in a way where that thing seems cool too. That's why I don't mind opening up and expressing myself. And be the same way there's people in our community that live the toxic lifestyle. If they see you eating a salad and then eating the fruit, especially black people, they be like, he eating a salad. All right, say no more. That's your life. I ain't gonna knock you or none of that. But trust me, when I see you eating a pig feet, I'm gonna do the same. You eating a pig feet. Oh, weirdo eating a pig feet over there. I'm gonna make fruit look good. I'm gonna glamorize it. I'm gonna make it look like the best thing on earth, because it is, and it's not a lie. Because the stuff that you're glamorizing is a lie, but the stuff that I'm over here, when you see me making a salad, or you say it look good, when you see me making a tea, or when you see me calling the person that you call a bitch a goddess, and I do it in a cool way, that's because it really is that. That's the shit that's supposed to be cool. The stuff that you glamorize, and that's the stuff we're supposed to look down up on, because it's harming your uncles and your aunties and all of that, and you glamorizing it. And the stuff that, and they coming to me for healing, and the stuff that I'm doing for them, it's not cool. Nah, we're gonna have to reverse that. And another to reverse that, we're gonna have, we're gonna have to do it in all ways. From the way you dress, from the music that you make, from the scents that you put on your body, from how you move and everything. This is it right here, bro. I don't know what they're doing over there, but right here, yeah.
Facts, facts, facts. And you know what? The way you doing it, man, it inspires. Like you inspire me to like open it up a little more. Like my next challenge, I'm like, you know what? Let's bring more people into the community and just open it up and do more fruits. All fruits. Cause I've been like an advocate of high water fruits, high water fruits. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But now I'm looking at the scope and people just want to live better, man. People just want to feel better. And let's talk about let's talk about the music though, man. I've been listening to the album, family, and it's
By the
crazy.
way, thank you. I literally just came across the video because, like, I be doing so much. Sometimes, like, I get tagged or people mention me. I don't even know, or probably people
Mhm.
probably think I'm bougie now or something. Because, like, I've been doing so much. I don't get a chance to be, as responsive as I used to be, and But thank you, man. I greatly appreciate the love. I had to repost and share and share that video. But like I said, that album. It was recorded in Cincinnati, Ohio, like the song Energy. I mentioned, got the natty on the rise on the second verse. Like, so people hear
Mhm.
it, like, why he say that? That's because that's where I was. I was in a
Mm.
relationship at the time. That's where the song was recorded. And it's crazy because like that album, the way that is inspiring a lot of people or motivating other people, to change or give them like a soundtrack to listen to during their healing journey and making the change. Like it's crazy, something that like most people would think that like I was going through dark times when it occurred. Because literally before I moved to Cincinnati, I moved to Cincinnati, what, November? I would say like October, I got into a super wild car accident, like, where someone passed, like,
Mm.
during the car accident, which, mentally played, with me, like, even though I wasn't guilty or anything, but something that you was a part of, is
Facts.
the reason why someone else isn't here anymore. So as far as
Mm.
like psyche wise, like, and mental wise, like I was in a
Mm.
space where like I should have been sitting down somewhere just meditating and eating right and grounding and getting my mind right. But due to certain people that you're in a relationship or whatever the situation is, or the how certain goddesses think like a god is supposed to be and how you're supposed to provide, or you see how we in a community we got the saying that says health is wealth. But when we
Facts.
say health is wealth, a lot of people automatically think about sickness and physical health and your body being healthy. When health is wealth, it's not just about your body, it's also about your mind and your spirit and your emotions. If you was to get into a car accident and you broke your leg, your girl or your wife or your mom or anybody that's currently in your life is not going to tell you to go to work on one leg. They will be like, you'll stay at home, let me nurture you and take care of you and heal you until you get better. But when other
Mhm.
things happen to people that affect them spiritually and emotionally, people do not pay attention to that. They expect you to get out there and get to work and go get money and not notice that, like, yo, everything that is happening down here, it comes from up here before it occurs down here. You have to be in a mental and energetic space, another, for you to go out there and get something, get the money, which is energy, is currency. I need to be there energetically, for me to bring something that takes energy for me to do. And if I'm not there mentally and you pushing me out into the world, you basically telling me like, yo, to stay sick.
Mm.
and
Mm.
a, and a lot, and a lot of people do that due to the fact that we're in a system, that value the physical so much, like the money and everything that comes with it. Somebody can be dying in front of you mentally and emotionally, like you don't even notice it because you're so focused on a physical aspect of things that's going on. I'm basically saying this to say this about the music, like that, like the stuff that you hear now that sound like it came from such a great space. Like I was making album, to inspire the world. That came from when I was operating in those type of situations, where
Mm.
where like literally like, yo, I had to go in the backyard and plant my feet on the ground and meditate on the grass and having a girl having a girl in your ear yelling and this like this, and have to navigate and past all of that and working the graveyard shift like I tell people not to do. And then I go lock myself in this room and find this sacred space and literally going through all that, like recording that. And now while I was going through that, like people that are literally going through something and trying to navigate out of it is using it. And that's literally in the space that I was in at the moment.
That's crazy. That's that energy, man. That's the energy. And you can tell too, because like I was gonna say, you talk a lot about uplifting women on there. You know what I'm
No,
saying? Like,
I have to, because we are currently in a programming, especially in America, where women are being pushed to be independent, which I love. Like, you feel me? Because like if you can make the money by using your mind, because everybody has gifts, whether you're man or women. And everybody have talent, whether you're men or women. And the word talent come from a Latin word called talentum, which means capitalizing off your gift, which means making a living off your talent. That's how everybody is supposed to get paid. The stuff that come naturally to you, the stuff that you're good at. So the goddesses
mhm.
and the gods, we all have that. So who are you to tell me that the man is supposed to be the breadwinner when the things that is supposed to bring you your bread is your talent? You basically telling me the goddesses are talentless if you're supposed to be the breadwinner. If she
Mm.
tapped into her talent and if she's using it and is bringing in bread, then let that be. But I'm saying that to say this because it is being pushed in a state to the point where the goddesses feel like they're being fueled by this end up independent thing to the point where it's putting them in a state of being super masculine and they're losing their femininity. And I felt like in a way I used this soundtrack to remind you like, yo, bro, like you all that, like even without the money or without the ass shots or without the same belly button every girl go to the doctor to get, with the same stomach with the beads and everything, like your whole essence, everything about you. Like I don't care if you have tights or leggings or moo on, like somebody gonna wanna get under that thing because like that's really who you are. And the more you show your real true nature, the more the dudes that's really know who's who or that's tapped in and connected and can feel the essence of a goddess will wanna get close to you. And the more you do to cover your real aspect is, ain't nobody gonna want to tap in and connect with you because you're not even showing your real self or comfortable with yourself. So, I had certain songs on there, like, like Stardust, the diamond
Fire.
wouldn't shine if it wasn't for the pressure. Your skin is made of gold, but you have to find a set of textures. I'm so glad you know your worth. Yeah, you're black, don't crack. You got to find like certain songs, like
That
it
shit
just
fire.
happened naturally. It wasn't something that I consciously set down, but it was like literally as I was in that dark space, which a lot of people, think you get put in the dark state that something has happened to you. But I had stuff like I told you, like the spiritual awakening that happened to me that then put me through depression. I felt like my whole life blew up. So that gave me experience to see that, yo, I didn't die. I just became a whole new, better version of myself. So now that dark situation happened, I didn't really panic. I just used that darkness to find something deeper within me, which is what allowed me to tap in and have something to give to people that, that they can feel like, yo, that uplift me in such a way. Or the song Traumatized, like, yo, make me not want to eat the bullshit and cleanse my colon, or the song Rituals make me want to wake up, meditate, do my affirmations, show gratitude for every breath I breathe in, so that's what it
Fire.
really is, man. Like we're here just like you are doing. You're a service to me and a whole bunch of other people. I'm of service to you and a whole bunch of other people. And we're here, to be of service to one another. That's how I look at it, not to make myself feel big and bad or super lit or anything. I'm just being of service and enjoying the journey.
Facts, and doing a very, very, very great job at it, brother. As if I may say, and you know what though, with the album too though, what I gotta say about it is, man, the vibe on the album, family, is perfect for right now. What you got, like with the sexy reds and all this shit that's
It's
going
funny that
on.
you say that. You know what I like literally during the album. You know how you go on YouTube or whatever and you search a type beat. Like
Uh-huh.
I literally, I could have used some, 428 hertz, or 532 hertz, or 963 hertz to make a high vibrational album. But I wanted to use the exact sounds like people like Playboy Cardi or Trippie Redd or Lil Uzi Vert, the artists that kind of like are corrupting our youth and the people coming up right now. I wanted to use that exact sound and show people like, yo, bruh, you can do that, but not pollute people with it, and still have something to bop or something to move to and all of that, and not feel corny. It's kind of like, damn, I just vibed to this for the past half hour, but I heard something and it triggered me and it made me want to do something to better myself. And I didn't feel like I was being preached to, or I got to sit down and listen to this. I'm like, get up out of here. Like, so that was kind of like, like one of my main things for that album. Like, that was done purposely. Like, I wanted to do that.
Yeah, it's fire, man. It's fire. Yeah. Hey, go get the album, man. Go listen to it. I was listening to it on YouTube Music. It's everywhere, ain't it? On every platform.
Everywhere. YouTube Music, Tidal. And by the way, if you are gonna stream and if you are gonna support any independent or upcoming artist, the best platform to use is Tidal. Everybody got Spotify, but Spotify don't pay the artists anything. So if you're gonna use your $10 or $15, $20 a month, whatever they charge you, give it the Tidal, because they paying the artists the most. For every time you listen to the artists, we get the most money from Tidal, and then the Deezers and then the Apple Music. But Spotify literally don't pay anybody anything, but everybody wanna listen to everybody's project on Spotify. But anyway, it's on Tidal, it's on Spotify, it's on Deezer, it's on Apple Music, it's on Pandora, it's on YouTube Music. It is literally everywhere. A Tribe Called Us, streaming on all platforms. I literally have volume 2, like literally recorded on my phone so I can keep the vibe. I just, been so caught up and I haven't recorded it. And I feel like, when I get the chance to literally get in front of the computer, it's going to be in divine timing and it's going to come about in the timing that it's supposed to. And maybe, it's because that volume 1 needs to be heard by more people and to be pushed a little more. So,
Facts.
And by the way, thank you to everybody that's been streaming it, because the streaming been growing up, to thousands and thousands on Apple Music weekly, on Spotify weekly, and everything organic, without no ad, without nothing, without me promoting it. I probably shared a pic, which is basically the same thing I use for the herbs, the cover album. I probably share that like once a month, because I see people in the comment section asking, is that you? And I just posted like, yes, it's me. But everything is just happening genuinely from everything. To the
authentically,
music,
man.
To it all.
It's another example of love always win, because it's organic. You feel me? Like,
exactly, and that's exactly how I want it to be, because I feel like how it was. The album was made. It came from from an organic space, and the timing that I put it out and the message, like literally everything is organic about it. I can be like, yo, I'll take $100 and put an ad on a story or something, and promote it for a week. But I'm like, yo, that's not what that's for. Like, it's not for that system or that programming. It's literally something that's energetic, and the people that it's for, that need it, are gonna hear it at the time and that they need to hear it, and it's gonna do what it's supposed to do. So
yeah, it's definitely got me vibing high, family. That's for sure. I cannot let you get out of here at all without talking about the herbs and how important the herbs and the meditation is, real quick.
That's what I've been doing. Like, I'm literally, I had to throw these off the couch before. I should have left them on here to really show y'all, like, what it's like, what I've been doing all day. Like, people, like, I literally, like, everything that I do, like I always tell people, I don't create content. I don't do anything with the hopes of anything. I believe when everything is being guided by love, and the love is pure and is genuine, whatever love is going to give you back, the way that you give it is going to come back to you, and that's, the same way for the herbs. Like, I could have been doing this, like, since you probably first saw me on TikTok, like, get a few $100 or $1,000 and purchase some herbs and start selling them. But I never wanted to do it because my heart was not in it. It was in, creating merch or making music. Like that's why I didn't do it. But as I started getting deeper into this, and the family kept asking me to do this, like it was something, that I meditated on, like, or that I prayed on, and I asked, like, like, yo, whatever love energy that I pour into music or that I pour into merch, I wanted to be in the same state to pour the same love into the earth. That's why it took me so long to get into it. And now that I'm into it, like I'm literally into it to the point where, I rarely have time to do other things without mixing and packaging herbs and shipping herbs and stuff like that. But yes, as far as the herbs, like I tell everybody, I'm not a herbalist. I'm not. I'm not a healer. I'm not. I'm not none of those things. Like if you ask me, the real healers of the world are the goddesses. It's women's true nature to heal. It's women's true nature to give life. If you are sick, you are operating in your death state. So if you want to be healthy, you got to start operating in your living state. Who gives life to everything? You give women anything, they maximize it and they give it life. Women are the true healers of the world. So if you want some, it's just kind of like, you feeling bad, you go to your girl, she rub you on your back, she give you a hug, or your mom or anybody, like you just feel good automatically just being, and the presence of a goddess. So it's their true nature to be healers. So I will never, me as a divine masculine energy, to label myself a healer, even if, or label myself an herbalist. I just know, over the years, which is stuff that I wasn't doing purposely, to be someone that end up in situation. I was just like, after I went to my wild spiritual awakening, I started doing research on Kundalini energy and stuff that happened to me. I winded up watching a bunch of videos on different people like Ralph Smart, deep divers like Dr. Sebi and Dr. Africa, or Master of Earth, the 13th Sun, and Bobby Hammett. I went down a wormhole of a whole lot of stuff, from herbs to this and to that. And along the journey, I picked up a lot of things. It wasn't until a year and a half ago, I was on live and eating my food, and somebody said, yo, how do you heal this and that? And I answered the question. And when I answered the question, I didn't answer it in a herbalist or a healer mind state. I just answered it because I knew the answer to the question. And it just kept happening, and I knew the answers to the question. And there were questions that was asked that I somewhat knew the answer to the question, but I didn't know verbatim. And I'm like, okay, let's do a little more. I literally got pushed into this, like without me, like, yo, I'm about to become an herbalist. I'm about to study this. It was the journey that I went on that led me to, like, so I'm here now, and now I literally have thousands of people in my DM looking for healing remedies. I didn't have people message me like, yo, you help me heal from diabetes and wingworms and all type of other stuff. And, my level for my herpes literally is going down day by day as I'm doing this journey and taking your teas and so on and so forth. Like, I didn't plan for none of this. I'm just operating from a state of love. Like, I know something and I'm willing, openly, genuinely, and vulnerably to share what I know. And that's what I'm doing. And the real healer is your body, which is naturally going to heal you, and the earth, which is nature made for your healing. So I'm not here to take responsibility for anybody's healing or make myself seem like super doctor anything. I'm just here to share what I know, and that's what it is. So if you want to know what I know, and or if you want to purchase from me, or if you want to go on the website, all the ingredients are there. I didn't leave out anything, how to make it. Everything is on there. You could do it yourself, purchase somewhere near you. Like, I share where I get it by the bulk. I'm totally open with everything. Like,
And that's dope, because a lot of herbalists in the community do not list their ingredients.
Or not.
So
I know people that list a couple and don't put the whole thing. I know people that don't list it. And once again, I don't knock those people. I don't know what you went through spiritually, who you tapped in and connected to told you to go about it like this, or how you were raised that then put you in a state of, of secrecy or sacredness. No matter how you look at it, everybody got their way of conforming. It's just me. I noticed certain things, and I went through my journey, and I'm gonna continually go through my journey, and that's how I'm coming. And I feel like, a lot of people need me, just like they need a lot of people, like a Yaki, just like they needed a Sebi or Africa or Barbara O'Neill or Crystal the Alkaline Doula, and plenty of other people, that are doing it. Or you, everybody, is needed. There's a, like, like just like we were saying about earlier, the way that the opposite side of things that is corrupting us is operating, they give it to you in different ways, you know.
Yeah.
And they remix things. They get the same another face to tell you the same bullshit. It's the
Fact.
same way we have different, you know, figures that like, yo, somebody's gonna resonate with me that don't resonate with you. That's cool, and
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna get the healing in that way from you. And we need all of us. It's not up to me to say, yo, I'm better than this or I'm a healer than this. Nah, I ain't with all that, man. We just here doing our job, going through our journey, and the people that need us gonna find us, and you know, let's be of
That's it.
service to one another, and that's it. And if you
And
need
that's a
this service, if you need to heal from anything, because your body is not a one-way street, your body is able to heal from anything if you allow your body to do what it's naturally known to do. And if you don't know what herbs to take or where to get them, you can tap in with me. I invest my time daily to answer a bunch of messages or to share videos of a bunch of stuff, you know. It is what it is. Tap in if you want
tap
to, if
in.
your
Tap
heart tell
in.
you to.
Tap in. You definitely that's definitely the nature of a tribe, man. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like everybody got a part to play. And
Yeah,
whatever part you play, long as you plan it and it's healthy and it's benefiting people, that's what you're supposed to do.
exactly. You
You
know,
feel me? That's
everybody got a part to play. I'm not going to tell you to look like me or be like me or operate like me. You might be the person, you know, that get everybody in shape during the process or get everybody right. It's just me. Like I just decide to do a bunch of things, you know, and all a bunch of things that I'm doing is gonna inspire other people to do a lot, from the merch to the music to the book club to the herbs and to the sharing or whatever the case may be. And there are gonna be other people that come along the way and add different things to it. It's kind of like before this interview started, for some reason that crossed my mind. And I'm like, yo, there's a lot of people that have the stigma that, yo, you can't be an athlete or this and that if you don't eat dead flesh and stuff like this. And I'm like, yo, can you imagine somebody like Kyrie Irving, who is an actual vegan, was to actually share stuff like this on his Instagram the way he eat? Like a lot of people don't know that. You have
right.
millions of people buying your sneakers and looking up to you, but they don't know that's your actual way of eating. DeAndre Jordan, they don't know that's your actual way of eating. A lot of people don't know during the season, Carmelo Anthony never ate meat, only on the off season and all that stuff. A lot of people don't know that. So, like for
Mm,
the people that's upcoming, whether it's the artists or the athletes or whatever it gives that you give, like it's okay to use that as an outlet, you know, to spread life and health and love and, you know, with your other gifts.
facts. And that's dope. When you before you your salads, family,
Mhm.
your salads, your salads be crazy, man. Like,
Mhm.
um, what's the importance of or how do if you gave somebody advice just quickly to tell them how would you start eating this way? Like,
How would you start eating this way? I would say to start off slow. Like, speaking of eating, we eat in multiple ways. We eat with our ears, we eat with our eyes, we eat with our nose, we eat with our largest organ, our skin, we eat with our mouth. Eating is consuming. Consumption is done in plenty ways. Like, you can literally start this off very easy. A lot of people can't wake up today and say, I'm not eating cereal when I get up tomorrow. Or I'm not eating waffles or eggs and bacon, because that is a routine that you done, you know, established for
mhm,
decades. But you know what a lot of people can do that you're not addicted to? You're not addicted to shampoo. You're not addicted to soap. You're not addicted to toothpaste. Those are things that you can start with. As far as you consuming, you can stop those and say literally like, yo, instead of Dove, give me some African black soap. You know,
mm,
instead of gear to clog up, you know, my pores and get me sick, let me get some essential palettes or some key lines and all of that. Those things are things that you can do automatically, because if you decide, and you don't have to go through no bodily or withdrawal symptoms, anything whatsoever. And now the fact that you've done eliminated those products that is harming you in a way that you don't think that they harming you, now your body is literally cleansing itself from those products that you stopped using. Now, let's just say you use the Nikola Tesla method, the 369 method. Because like I always say, it takes 21 days of doing something consistently every day and being intentional about it to create a whole new program for yourself and to also break the old programming. So now let's just say you done decided to do that. You remove all the bullshit. You go to your cabinet, you get the soap, you get the shampoo, you get the deodorant, you get the toothpaste, you get everything the fuck up out of there. You feel me? And you go to wherever your nearest health store, or you go to Google, like, yo, you know, healthy plant-based toothpaste and deodorant and all of that. Okay, now you got a whole new regimen, and now your body is literally detoxing itself from those chemicals. Now, that's one thing when you decide to go to the food that your body won't have to be withdrawing at the same time as the food. So now let's just say you remove those chemicals. You know, you got 21 days of now chemical-free body. You're starting to feel better. You're not using any chemicals anymore. Now, after 21 days, you can say, I'm going to start off slow. Let me remove red meat. You know, you remove red meat. And then after another 21 days, you totally remove meat. And after another 21 days, you remove seafood. Another 21 days, you remove, dairy. Another 21 days, you remove unhealthy starches and stuff like that. You little by little gradually remove things, because when you do it like that, you create a rhythm for yourself. And also your body do not go into a major shock, like a huge withdrawal symptoms. Like if you was to join this 20 days fruit fast right now, most people will go through the symptoms like, God damn, I feel weak, I'm bloated, I'm constipated, I'm dizzy, I'm this, I'm itchy, I woke up sweating, God damn, I feel like Pookie. So you won't have to go through stuff like that. But then again, there's a lot of people I do recommend that too, because some people, when I do consultations, I talk to them and I listen to them, I'm like, nah, you somebody that need to go through it, because if you don't go through the withdrawal symptoms, you're going to go back. Because those withdrawal symptoms, after you change the way you eat, you're going to remember what you went through for you to get where you at. And when you think about doing some bullshit, you're like, nah, bro, I ain't trying to go through that again. Like, you need to go through the withdrawal symptoms. You need to feel like a fiend. But some people, like, yeah, you could gradually take your steps and go there. But that's what I would say. Start with the stuff that you not, like mentally, or physically, like totally, like won't feel a shock when you get rid of them. Get rid of the chemicals first, and then start with your body. And if you are somebody that pay attention to yourself, like you're an extremist, like you do things in your life when you do it, like you just jump in, you don't give a damn, like me, like the stuff that I'm currently using to help people are stuff that I used to do to harm myself. Like if you go on Google right now and you research and you put Paul Anderson Michelle, you're going to see a bunch of mugshots, because I had the attitude, my homie's about to do this, I'm doing this too. Fuck that, fuck this. Like I was doing a bunch of dumb shit to harm myself. So now that I know that I'm an extremist, or that now that I know I am a risk taker while I'm doing this, okay, you used to be an extremist while harming yourself. Why not be an extremist when it comes to healing yourself? Why not?
That make a lot of sense. And I like that 21-day stretch. That I ain't never really heard that 21-day program, and that's dope. I'm gonna try that on some shit.
Yeah, it's a pattern, like after you do something, like literally, like you could try it for anything. You could literally, like for let's just say you work 7 days a week, right? And you your alarm go off at 5 a.m. every day. Set your alarm up for 5 a.m. every day. You wake up at 5 a.m. for 21 days straight. Turn it off on day 22. I guarantee you wake up at 5 a.m. on day 22 without your alarm. That is called programming. That is what the system do to you with TV and commercials and symbols and all of that. And you can also try it the next time you go to your supermarket. You go to the register. And that's only going to work if the person has been working there for more than 21 days or 21 weeks or so, somebody that's been there for a while. You go to the register and you tell the person like, yo, I got 3 separate orders. I'm gonna ring one up, I'm gonna pay for it, I'm gonna ring another one, I'm gonna pay for it, and I'm gonna ring another one. I guarantee you that person at the register is gonna ring up your first order, you pay for it, and that person is gonna tell you, thank you for coming, have a nice day. You want to know why that is? Because when they went through their training for their job, they told them and trained them like, yo, to say thank you for coming, have a nice day. They don't even care about the fact that you told them you're ringing up 3 separate orders, and they like literally clearly right in front of them. They still tell you thank you for coming, having a nice day, and they still got to ring you up again. They're going to ring you up again after the second order and still tell you thank you for coming, have a nice day. You want to know how I figured that out? I used to do Instacart. And Instacart, you could pick up multiple orders and shop for people and bring it to them. I got 3 separate orders. Ring you up. Oh, thank you for coming, having that. Oh, my bad. I forgot you ringing up and you paying for 3 orders. Ring you up again. Thank you for coming, have a nice day. You want to know why that is? Programming. Repetition will do anything for you. So if you want to start and change your life, start with repetition. Wake up and do one thing every day. And after you master and conquer that one thing, add that repetition to another thing for 21 days straight.
That's dope. That's dope. And you know what? The 21 days, family. I changed my entire life, my entire routine by getting up, making my bed up every day.
Yeah.
That's all now.
Something as simple as that.
Simple.
Will literally spiral into a whole bunch of stuff that you never knew. You need to create a structure of something that you never used to do or that you didn't like doing.
Yeah,
I'm one of those people that's not gonna wake up and make my bed. So if I want to break and create a new pattern, okay, let's do something that I don't like to do, but that's not that bad. That don't take long. Make up the bed for 21 days straight. You're gonna see yourself making up the bed for the rest of your life and not see nothing wrong with it. Like, damn, I totally changed. Why? Because you changed your programming.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, man, I can't leave the house. I will literally be about to leave the house and be like, oh man, I ain't make my bed up yet.
My bed.
Yeah. It's dope too, man. Yeah, so I ain't gonna hold you all night, family, man. You know, this has been crazy.
It's all love, man.
You know what, man? You've been like a pillar. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, bro. I've been like I look up to you, man. Like, and you taught me a lot just by doing you. You know what I mean? And you don't even try. You know what I'm saying? Like the hardest thing to do in this world is be yourself.
I'm telling you, and the crazy thing is, that's one thing I noticed. That's the key to everything. The day you decide, like, yo, bro, that's who I am right now. I'm gonna be that. I'm gonna show that. That's where I live. That's kind of you right now. I live right there. I got 3 hats in the back. What you gonna do? Wait till you get into a mention to start showing that aspect of you? Nah, bro. Wherever you at, you gotta show it right now. You gotta roach. Like, yo, bro, you can't expect help if you're unwilling to show people something that deserves help. You have to show who you really are. You can't heal herpes if you hiding it from the world or from somebody that can heal you that you don't have herpes. So a lot of people walking around with stuff and trying to act like it's not that, like they something else. You gotta be who you are. Another for you to get rid of the version of you that you do not want. You gotta express like, yo, this is what I am right now. I am this, I am that. I love this, I love this, I love that, but I don't like that, and I would love to get rid of that. And you will see energies and forces, what you believe in, people, physical, mental, emotional, all things appear out of nowhere to help you remove what you don't want and get you what you want, because you opened up and say, this is what it is. Get rid of this, and this is what I don't have. Give me that. And if you don't open up by first accepting who you are, you're going to have a hard time.
Man, you're going to struggle in this world more than you should. Yeah, more than you should.
Like you said, the hardest thing to do is be yourself.
Man, that's what they try to stop us from doing every day. And I tell people, my number one thing, I get up on Facebook every day, and my son asks me like, Dad, why you get up every day and like, drink juice and do a picture? And I told him, because I remind myself like it's okay to get up and be yourself. That's it. That's it. And you show other people that's what you got to do, because the world missing you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it.
Of course. Everything like me right now, like everything, the journey, I'm willing to share. That's kind of like everybody. You've been seeing. I haven't ate cooked food in 4 years. Like, I've been raw and all those stuff. If I decide out of nowhere, out of the blue, like, yo, I want to eat something cooked, I'm gonna eat something cooked and I'm gonna share it. I felt like eating something cooked today, and that's how I felt. And like, and this is why I felt like that.
Facts.
And not experience no shame, no guilt, no nothing, because I didn't put no label on myself that I'm raw vegan or I'm this and I'm that. I'm on my journey, and I know exactly how I'm supposed to consume, and I'm freely open to being everything that I am. So if anything occur, you won't get the pleasure of saying, "Oh, I knew this, I knew that." He knew too. He showed you. He was open, like the whole process, like.
Facts. Hey man, I love that message, man. Let's break the labels. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of them labels do, like you said, a lot of people be in fear to come out and say they ate some cooked food or something after they said they're raw vegan.
Exactly. And now you coming on social media lying every day, acting raw, knowing you just had 5 plantains.
Oh man, we gotta keep it
You ain't got to lie, Craig.
That's dope, man. That's dope. Keep it a buck. Keep it real. Be transparent. Be who you are. Do what you want to do. That's the message. Hey, everybody want to know what's the website, man, where they can get them, where they can get the herbs and tap in.
The website is UnitedSpiritsPharmacy.com, and that's pharmacy with an F. That's United, UNITED, and that's spirits, SPIRITS, and pharmacy is with a PH, like farming, PHARMACY. UnitedSpiritsPharmacy.com. That is where you can get, the herbs, and wooshwear.com. That is where you can get the merch, like the hat I have on, so on and so forth. And by the way, man, I need one of them fruit up joints, man. I gotta get one of them fruit up joints and show some love one time when I go live and all that. Because everybody know I like to show love and support. Because me wearing fruit up is not gonna hinder wooshwear or pieces of weapon or none of that. You feel me? We gotta spread each other, around. Because like, if somebody wanna wear fruit up, nigga, they gonna wear fruit up. If somebody wanna wear woosh or pieces of weapon, they gonna wear it. So me wearing fruit up ain't gonna hinder my brand or none of that. So fruit up.
I got you, family. And likewise, you know what I'm saying? I'll rep the brand, you know what I'm saying? It's all love, man. And and you definitely raising the frequency of this planet, family. You definitely raising the frequency of this planet.
Indeed, we all are, man. Everybody that's currently on a tap in right now is raising the frequency of this planet. And literally, like I tell people, some of us have no choice. And if you choose not to, you're gonna go down there, like, you feel me, in a sunken place. You're gonna pay for it, because literally, like, energetically, like, we live on a planet that is a living organism, and the stuff that we do and the way that we eat affects the planet. The planet could survive without you, but you cannot survive without the planet. And the way that we eat is one of the main ways that is affecting the planet and causing a lot of people to go into a dark space, which is also causing a lot of people to awaken, because you have to awaken and start doing better for this planet to get back to the real healthy, for the soil to get back to what it is, so our fruits can really be the fruits that it used to be, and so we can stop robbing it of its minerals and stop polluting it. Because if you put pollution inside of your body and then you take a poop, which is supposed to go back into the earth and fertilize it to give you more fruits, and now you're putting acid and a bunch of bullshit that you done ate into the earth, you growing in the earth. So us changing the way we eat is not just for us, it's for our environment, it's for the animals, it's for everything. Even though I tell people this ain't for the animals, this is for me. That's the way I'm supposed to consume.
Hell yeah, that's all I love. Hey, oh man, you know what? This is everybody. I just put the website up, UnitedSpiritsPharmacy.com.
Thank you, family. Much love.
Definitely tap in and follow the family on Instagram, TikTok. You know what I'm saying? It's going down, man. This is just the beginning. We definitely gonna tap in again.
Well, no, we're definitely gonna tap in the future. We're gonna tap in on a screen. We're gonna tap in, and in the physical reality. We're gonna tap in. That's what it's supposed to do. We literally are using this tool that they created, which they thought they're gonna use to program us and keep us, in a certain space. And now we're using this tool as a way to come together in the bond, and they created a community. And that community is not just gonna stay online. We're gonna use that community to link in real life and build and have actual healing spaces in the real world where we can actually tap in and connect and build with one another. So that's what it's all about, man.
Indeed, indeed. And I'm definitely, well, I've been talking to everybody about getting something together, man, where we can just throw an event. You know
Anything,
what
man.
I'm
Like I tell people,
saying?
like, yo, I have a lot of people, like I literally, like, this past summer, somebody invited me to go do a show where I performed like a few songs, and I posted about it like a few days before. I didn't expect people to travel 3 hours from upstate New York and from Philly and so on to come. Like, you feel me? And it then got to the point where people are actually reaching out to me to do shows, like, and I don't mind tapping in or connecting with the fam, like, yo, let's do a retreat, or I'll
Right.
perform, I'll bring some tea, we invite so and so, and we get together, and and it is what it is, man.
Man, we manifesting it, man. We
It's already
manifesting it.
done. Like I always tell the family, as soon as we say it, like, it's done. Like,
It's done. It's
it's
done.
done.
Pause law, man. I love you, brother. I appreciate you,
Hey,
man. And
I love you too, family. And also, before we leave, man, the fact that you wrapping things up with the "I love you," man, that's a real major key right there. Because we gotta feel open and vulnerable and comfortable enough to express the love that we have for one another, and not
fact,
hinder that aspect. The world need to see it. The world need to see it. The world need to feel it, to the point where we add it into our lives, where we actually watch one brother to another tell one another that we love one another without no intention or without wanting anything from one another, but just pure, genuine love, man. And that's what it
fact.
is. Like,
Indeed, man. Indeed. And this has been special, family. Y'all see what's going on, man. Y'all see how we bringing it together, man. And y'all see the family spitting it for y'all. Hey, the floor is yours, man. You tell the people whatever you want to tell them, where to follow you at, all of that. And we going to end it like that for you. And then I'm going to end it playing the video for energy, man.
a family, like I always say, I don't have fans. I have fans. We are family. If you go on these platforms, they are the ones that label it follow. But it was, if it was up to me, I would label it connect. This is, if you want to connect with
Indeed.
me and tap in and get some of this love, and get some of anything that you feel like I have to offer. And please do not tap in because Fruit Up tell you, or because I tell you, because your heart and your soul tell you to do so, because you see and you feel the love that is real and is genuine. So tap in and hit the button on Instagram, which is Paul's Law, and that's PAULS period LAW, or on TikTok, which is Paul's Law, PAULSLAW underscore, and Facebook, which is Paul's Law, PAUL apostrophe S, capital L, capital A, capital W. Same thing on YouTube, Paul's Law everywhere. But for everybody that's been looking for the music that don't know if it's me that make all the song, my artist name is Crazy, like CRAZY, and Real REAL. It is not Paul's Law. A lot of people go on these platforms and look for Paul's Law,
Yeah.
but it's Crazy Real. You get the version that you're supposed to hate and the version that you're supposed to love, and everything come together. It's all peaches and cream. That's what Crazy Real is. And also, if you want to support the merch, like the hat that I have on, or these hats, like the Love Yourself t-shirt with Mr. T that I have on, so on and so forth, what's on the website is wooshwear.com, WOOSHWEAR.com. So feel free to tap in and to connect. And by the way, thank you in advance to anyone that's going to show some love and support that is real and genuine. I greatly appreciate it, because our love is our love, and we choose to share our love when we decide we want to share our love with one another. And before we go, like I always say, so I got to let the family know, always remember, when you playing this game called life, always remember, when you on offense, you can't pump fake God. And always remember, when you on defense, you can't block love, because love always wins. It's the
That's a
law.
fact.
LAW. And remember, peace is a weapon. Hit them with peace. And if you're going to be loyal to anything, be loyal to your peace. And you want to know
Mm.
what else is a weapon? You are a weapon. You can use the weapon that you are to destroy yourself, or use the weapon that you are to build yourself. Build yourself.
Love,
Love,
family.
love.
Love,
Fruit
family.
up.
Love.
Family.
Fruit up.
Love.
Love, man.
Appreciation.
Yes.
Gratitude, you know.
Man.
Like,
Hey, I'm so glad we tapped in, man.
We brand new. We're a couple weeks into, you know, the calendar year, you know.
Fact.
Much love, much peace, much wisdom, much abundance, you know. Longevity to you and yours, family. Like, you are loved, you are appreciated from people across the world and in different countries. Let's keep the love alive, you know, and let's keep operating from the heart, because the world needs it, as you know, as we know, as we see, as you see. So peace and much love, and thank you, you know, for the opportunity to release and express myself, you know, for a good 90 minutes or so. I greatly appreciate the opportunity.
Man, it's always love, man, and I appreciate you too, family. And like I said, one of the biggest inspirations, man. I'm always watching and I'm always tap in, and I appreciate you. I love you, and it's love always wins, family. Paul Law, man. Paul Law, I appreciate y'all. We love y'all, man.
Much love.
Indeed. I'll tap in with you, brother. You have a great night, man.
Thank you, family. Peace and one love.
Indeed. Peace out. Paul's Law, family. Y'all see what's going on? I appreciate every single person for joining the live. Appreciate the brother Paul Law, man. Love always wins. Y'all go check out the album. Like he said, go to Tidal and get it. And support the family. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Fruit Up hats, Fruit Up hoodies available. Inbox me. The 30-day reality check. Fruits and herbs going down February 1st. Inbox me now for that. Hey, y'all see what's going on. Tomorrow night, we right back at it with Tisha Watkins, family. We right back at it. This do not stop. It will never stop. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And y'all stay tuned. We right back tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern time. 8 p.m. Eastern time. We right back at it, family.
Welcome. Yellow. I see you saying hello, so that means that's your first time tapping in and connecting with the tribe. And if it is your first time tapping in and connecting with the tribe, don't say hi, don't say what's up, don't say hey, don't say hello, say yellow, and drop some yellow hearts in the comment section, because that's how we greet each other. You know, we greet each other with high energy and love coming from the pits of our soul. Because if you didn't know, yellow is the color of our third chakra, which is called the solar plexus. And if you break it down, soul, just like the sun that energizes us and keep us alive, is also yellow. And also, if you didn't know, yellow is the color of the goddess of love. So yellow to you, yellow to him, yellow to her, yellow to everybody on the tap in, connecting with the tribe for the first time.
It's so good, you can't believe it's not toxic. It's so good.
I heard you like to meditate, and I heard that you like crystals, and I heard you converted to raw vegan, and I heard you leave people for no reason. The energy ain't right, the energy ain't right. 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 You ain't with the games, no. You don't care about fame, no. You stacking your change, yeah. Just in case it rains, you like dudes that work out and eat good, crystals and incense set your mood, You don't eat dead animals, that's not food, You be stimulating your need that good, You protect your melanin, you don't bleach, You a straight up goddess, you're not a bitch, You know how to read energy, and you always stay grounded cause you meditate every day.
Cause love always wins. It's the law. L-A-W. And remember, peace is a weapon. Heal them with peace. And if you want to be loyal to anything, be loyal to your peace.
The energy ain't right, the energy ain't right. 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 You win if it's lit. You up like a titty. You manifesting a million. You the goddess of your city. Everybody know the vibes. If you give a dude a chance, it's stupid if he don't ride. Got the natty on the rise. They ain't never seen his side. They gave him soul before, but they ain't never seen it fly. I heard the angel fell. After you fall, then you gon' fly. If the glass is magnified, how can you really tell the size of the beast or the angel? You're a good girl, but you got stripes like a bango. That mean you done been through some shit. You done turned your life around, but you still with the shit.